Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're looking at selling digital products.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, and we're using this step-by-step guide called Digital Products to Sell.
Okay.
And it's all about, how to tune your knowledge and skills into like passive income streams.
Yeah.
So like imagine making money from something you're already passionate about, you know.
That sounds pretty awesome,
Also
actually.
like sharing your expertise and making money at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one thing that really stood out to me in this guide is that they really emphasize a problem-first approach.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's not just about creating any old digital product.
Ah.
It's more about finding a specific problem that like your audience is facing
Yeah.
and then creating something that solves that problem.
So it's all about solutions, really.
Exactly. Exactly.
Huh. That's interesting. So, I mean, how do we actually figure out what those problems are?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Where do we even start?
Well, the guide has some really good examples of common problems people face. Things like budgeting,
Huh.
meal planning,
Ah, tell me about it.
productivity, stuff like that.
Right, right. Those are definitely things people struggle with.
Yeah, for sure. Like I know I've definitely felt the pain of a chaotic budget and, a fridge full of wilting vegetables because I just didn't plan my meals.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say we've identified a problem. What kind of digital products can we actually make to solve it?
Well, there's actually a whole range of options that the guide talks about.
Yeah.
You've got things like ebooks, templates, online courses, all kinds of things like that.
Oh, wow.
And, the good thing is these are all pretty easy to create, especially if you have the right tools, which the guide actually recommends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they mention things like Canva.
Oh, yeah, I love Canva.
Yeah, it's great for making like visually appealing ebooks. And then for online courses, they suggest platforms like Teachable or Kajabi.
Oh,
So it's like they really walk you through the whole process.
that's really helpful.
Yeah, so you don't have to be like a tech expert to get started.
I like that. I like that.
But hold on, before we get ahead of ourselves, there's a really crucial step that we shouldn't skip.
Oh, which is
Validation.
validation. Okay. Now, what exactly does that mean when it comes to like digital products?
Well, think of it this way. It's like risk mitigation.
All right.
You don't want to spend all this time building something, only to find out that nobody actually wants it, right?
Right.
So validation is basically making sure that you're creating a product that your audience actually desires.
Okay, yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
I can see how skipping that step could lead to a lot of wasted effort.
Exactly.
So, how does the guide suggest we go about, validating our product idea?
Well, they recommend using platforms like social media
Oh,
or niche forums.
yeah, yeah.
So, for example, let's say you're really passionate about sourdough baking.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Right. And you're thinking about creating a course on sourdough baking. Well, you could go into a sourdough baking Facebook group or something like that
Yeah.
and just ask, hey, would you guys be interested in a course that teaches you how to make the perfect sourdough starter? Even if you've failed before,
Oh, that's a great idea.
And the responses you get will give you a really good indication of whether your idea has potential.
That's such a practical tip. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so let's fast forward a bit. We've got our validated product. We've created it. Now, how do we actually get it into the hands of our audience?
Well, now it's time to choose the right platform.
Oh, okay.
And the guide highlights a few different options, each with their own pros and cons.
Okay.
So, for example, there's Gumroad,
Gumroad, yeah.
which is known for being really user-friendly, and it has a simple fee structure,
Okay.
so it's a great option for beginners.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
What about Etsy? Have you heard of that?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I've seen a ton of digital products being sold on Etsy.
Yeah, Etsy's a fantastic marketplace, especially if your target audience is already on Etsy.
Right.
Searching for things like templates, planners, design assets, things like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But if you're selling something like, let's say, a budgeting spreadsheet, Etsy might not be the best fit.
Right, right. So it really depends on the product
Yeah,
and who you're trying to reach.
exactly.
Now, what about creating our own website?
Oh, yeah.
The guide mentioned that as an option as well.
So having your own website gives you a lot of control that you wouldn't have on other platforms.
Yeah.
You can build your own brand, customize everything, avoid those pesky platform fees.
Yeah, that's true.
But it does require a bit more technical setup
Yeah, I can imagine.
and ongoing maintenance.
Right, right.
So it's a trade-off.
Okay, so let's say we've chosen our platform, our product is ready to launch. Now it's time to get the word out there,
Yes,
right? To actually promote our digital masterpiece.
exactly. And the guide has a ton of different promotion strategies.
Oh, good.
So, for example, if you're into visuals,
Yeah.
Instagram Reels can be really effective.
Oh, yeah, those are popular.
If you like making short, engaging content,
Yeah.
TikTok is the place to be.
TikTok, yeah.
And if you want to use eye-catching graphics and leverage the power of search, Pinterest is your friend.
Pinterest. Okay, yeah, those are all good options.
So something for everyone.
I like that. The guide also had this pro tip about repurposing content.
Oh, yeah.
And that really got my attention. What's that all about?
Well, repurposing is basically a superpower.
Okay.
It's all about getting the most out of the content that you create.
Okay.
So let's say you've written an amazing ebook on dog training.
Okay.
You could take that content and turn it into a checklist for Instagram, or a short video series for TikTok,
Oh, wow.
or even a full-blown online course
Yeah.
with like interactive exercises and stuff.
The one product can become multiple income streams.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's amazing.
It's all about working smarter, not harder.
I love it. So as we wrap up our deep dive here, what are some key takeaways that you think our listeners should keep in mind?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that creating and selling digital products can be a really exciting journey. It all starts with identifying a problem that your audience has,
Right.
and then crafting a digital solution that addresses that problem.
Okay.
And don't forget about validation.
Yeah, that's important.
Make sure people actually want what you're creating
Right.
before you put in all the effort.
Good point.
Then choose the platform that makes the most sense for your product and your target audience.
Okay.
And finally, promote, promote, promote.
Yes. Get the word out there.
Use engaging content
Yeah.
across different platforms.
And repurpose.
Yes, repurpose.
Let's get the most bang for your buck.
Exactly.
Love it.
So I guess that leaves us with a question for our listeners.
Okay.
What unique knowledge or skills do you have that you could turn into a digital product?
Ooh, that's a good one.
What problem could you solve for other people?
That's something to think about, right? What passion or expertise could you share with the world? We hope this deep dive has given you some inspiration and maybe even sparked a few digital product ideas. Good luck in your journey. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.